Alex. Alex, come on up.
Good evening, everyone. My name's Alex Tuff, and it's an absolute honor to introduce someone that is very special to me. Ben and I came from a wild and wonderful family of 6 kids, where I fall somewhere in the middle, and Ben is smack at the end, bottom. We both attended Colby College, and while our journeys have been very different, Ben has always stood out as one of the most selfless, inspiring, and empathetic people that I know. For over 20 years, Ben has dedicated his life to teaching, impacting the lives of over 1,000 students. He's also been a guiding light for families navigating the painful realities of addiction. Last summer, Ben took his commitment to a new depths, literally, when he drove his motorcycle away. No. Last summer, Ben took his commitment to new depths, literally, when he debuted his documentary, Swim Tuff. The film is a powerful testament to his resilience as it chronicles his battle with addiction and his extraordinary journey to conquer a 25-mile swim. Ben is truly the much taller, fitter, and kinder version of me. And I couldn't be prouder to call him my brother. Without further ado, please join me in welcoming Ben Tuff.
So I need everyone here to just picture swimming in the ocean with no land in sight. I have a paddleboarder to my right and a motorboat to my left. And attached to my ankle is an Ocean Guardian shark repellent, a 3-foot-long meshed metal tail with a battery on the end that shocks me and the surrounding water every 6 seconds. This is what I depend on to protect me in the great white populated waters. My paddleboarder slaps me on the butt with his paddle to get my attention and informs me that the Garmin fish finder on the boat just pinged a fish at 50 feet that is more than 15 feet long, which is most likely a great white shark. In endurance sports, this moment is called hitting the wall. The point when I feel like I'm going to give up. I have 2 choices: abandon the swim and be safe, or rely on this electric contraption attached to my ankle and just swim through for the next 4 hours until I clear the sharky area. Sometimes we have to place our faith in something. So I look up at the sky, place it there, and I'm reassured by the shock of my Ocean Guardian that I am going to prevail. I also look up at my best friend Jake on the paddleboard, to my wife Gretchen, and to my coach David, and say to myself, put your head down and keep going. You've done this before. I found my way to swimming through the discovery of hope and choosing the life of sobriety. As a teen, I found that the quickest relief to my anxiety and stress was going through the abuse of alcohol. I grew up in Atlanta, Georgia, and weekend drinking was completely normalized and allowed by parents beginning at the age of 16. Never would I have guessed that the seeds sown at the age of 16 as a binge drinker would bring me to the edge of despair as an adult fully consumed by alcoholism 20 years later. The temporary escape of alcohol was permanently ingrained in me as a way of finding relief from angst and fears. In early sobriety, my insecurities and vulnerabilities seemed to disappear. I was just 3 days into my stint at rehab, just down the road at Silver Hill Hospital, when I heard an Irish fellow named Ken speak about how triathlon played a large part in recovery. After hearing this, I approached him. I said, "Ken, I got some questions for you. 1, would you be my sponsor? And 2, do you think that I could learn how to swim to do this thing called triathlon?" The answer to both was a resounding yes. So after 5 weeks in rehab, and with a lot more time on my hands, I went to the local health club and bought a 1-month pool membership. Swimming is a lonely sport. And for me, this was already a lonely time, as I had lost most of my drinking buddy friends. But as my father once said, it's all about quality, not quantity. I found that when I headed off to the pool each day, I surrounded myself with people who cared. Similar to the AA meetings I attended, I found great friends and family rallied around me to support my new endeavor in living. This came even more true as I began my feats of swimming around the island of Jamestown, becoming the first person to swim the 19 miles from Block Island to Jamestown, and finally, the first person to swim the 24-mile length of Narragansett Bay from Providence to Jamestown. On all of these adventures, I had my family and my greatest friends supporting me. My definition of family quickly changed with sobriety, and the new worldview and clarity of mind it brought. Yes, my brothers, sister, and parents rallied around me, but so did Ken, my first sponsor, Rocky, my first doctor at Silver Hill, to whom I still speak regularly, and all the amazing people whose work I've gotten to know in the recovery community. I continue to go to meetings, I read the big book, and I talk to my sponsor. But in the end, the only thing that's keeping me from my next drink is me. It isn't willpower, it is the realization that I know who I am. They say that addiction is a family disease, meaning it affects the whole family, not just the person using. But amazingly, so does recovery. People say I am the proudest alcoholic they know. If it weren't for my recovery community and family, I wouldn't be the human I am today. Let's strive together to destigmatize this disease and rally around people in recovery, their families, and those who are still seeking help. It's true, life's not a sprint, it's a marathon. For me, recovery isn't just a dip in the water, it's a long, systematic journey full of ups, downs, choppy waters, with unknown threats just beneath. But if you surround yourself with the positivity of family, both blood and non-blood, all you need to do is stay your course and persevere. When you hit that wall, Just look within yourself for strength and to those who surround you with their love and support. Thank you.